So we've had an email about you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
oh,
it is nice because Colin says that your normal sartorial appearance, your excellent sartorial appearance, appears to have slipped a little today, and he thinks you didn't get the note, and we and the team, in the breakfast team, haven't bothered to help you about your tie.
Is there a problem?
Yes, there is a loop at the back of the tie, in the wider part of the gentleman's tie, which you should be slipping the narrower part in, because it slips out. And Colin's noticed you've been looking a little bit slack.
Tucked in. This has got a very tucked-in thing.
There.
What are you laughing about, Ben?
I'm just laughing at how specific the request is.
No, do you know what? I think it's true. You are supposed to tuck that. It's the back bit behind. Lyn's the expert.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we haven't introduced you properly, Lyn.
So
you're the expert.
Should that be one of the things you do when?
It should.
Yeah, it should.
So this-
And are my sleeves too short?
No, they're absolutely fine.
Thank you.
This thing, like that, sort of that thing, is
That's
all
messy.
wrong.
So for Colin, will you please tuck the tie in?
Okay.
And
It's
we'll
done.
talk about how important this all is in the workplace.
That was the longest introduction ever to a business segment, but thank you.
I'm looking at that time. Really
while
close,
we
Ben.
chat, Charlie, you get dressed
Yeah, I get
properly.
sorted.
Morning to you. Yeah, the reason we're talking about this and that Lyn is with us, because we're talking about a study that suggests people aren't dressed for workplace interviews, particularly in the city. Big, bold ties, badly fitting suits, and would you believe brown shoes also no-goes. So Lyn is with me. Lyn Bromley, who's an image consultant. Lyn, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's look at some of these so-called rules, because if we can just look at this graphic here that it illustrates, so on the left, things are fine, on the right, things are not. Just talk us through this.
So the tie's too bright, it's too loud, it's also too short as well. It should be, the point of the tie should be just touching the belt at the top there. The belt is, again, drawing attention to the fact that it's a different colour to the trousers. It should be matching, as with the image on the left. And then the shoes, it looks as though the trousers are a little too short, and the shoes, again, are mismatched to the
And
suit.
these crucial brown shoes that everyone seems to have an issue with, it seems. So that's the men. What about women who are going for job interviews?
Yeah, well, it was interesting that the report didn't mention women, and I guess that might be a reflection on the fact that there are more men working in the investment banking industry. But it is important as well for women to consider what they're wearing. So the most formal dress, so the equivalent to what the gentleman on the left is wearing there, would be a matching suit with a collared shirt for women as well.
So there is a serious issue here, because the report has been commissioned to look at why people perhaps from poorer backgrounds are not getting these jobs, and that financial institutions, banks that are in the City of London are preventing people getting those jobs because they seem to think they won't fit in. But the irony, I suppose, is that you need the better job to buy the nicer suit.
Yes, yeah, I guess so. But there's also the aspect that if you are wanting to go for these jobs where you are going to be paid an eye-watering amount of money, then there's an investment in yourself to make sure that you do look the part for when you go. Because what you wear, it's not the only consideration, but it's certainly important in terms of the impression that you make in the interview.
And when it comes to impressions, it's always struck me that you want to stand out a little bit, because you don't want to blend into the background. You want to be the one candidate that they remember.
Yes.
So you've got to do it, but not in this way. Is that the point?
That's right, yeah. That one's just a little bit too over the top. So it's about being consistent with a dress code for the company that you're going for the interview for. So, and I think in this day and age, it's easier than ever to do that research and find out what is appropriate. If all else fails, you know, just go and camp outside the company and have a look at what people are wearing when they come out. Right. So it's very easy to find that out.
Lyn, really good to talk to you. Thanks very much. Lyn Bromley there, an image consultant. Thank you for that. I'm feeling very self-conscious about my tie again this morning, but would I pass the test, Lyn?
It's creased.
Maybe not for going into a financial institution. It would probably need to be slightly more conservative.
Well, there we go. That's me told, isn't it? Lyn, thanks very much.
It's creased, your tie, isn't it?
It's a what tie?
It's creased.
Don't look too closely.
You know, I've never carried a briefcase in all my life.
Really?
I just think it's a weird thing to do.
Do you feel like Mr. Ben?
Something like that.
Yeah. It's time to get the news, travel and weather where you are. We'll see you soon.